In this video, I'm going to explain the expense management module in SuperConstruct. The expense management module is used to track project-related expenses that fall outside the standard pay application process. This includes daily operational costs, materials, and other project expenditures. To get started, log into SuperConstruct, go to your company, navigate to your project, and select the expense management module from the left side navigation bar. On this screen, you will see two tabs, Dashboard and Expenses. The dashboard provides an overview of all expenses created. It displays the total amount of expenses, the number of expenses created till now, the average expense value, and the cost of expenses created within the current week. It also includes bar charts to show where the money is being spent and the overall expense distribution. Now, click on the Expenses tab. Here, you will see a list of all the expenses that have been created. You can open any expense by clicking on it. When you open an expense, you can view all the details related to it. Within the expense, you will find an Edit option. Clicking on Edit will open a form with existing values, where you can update the required fields and then click on Update Expense. After updating, you can open the expense again to view the latest changes. You can also view the activity history of an expense. This section shows all the changes made, including what was updated, who made the changes, and when the changes were made. On this screen, you will also find a Delete option. Click on Delete, and a confirmation pop-up will appear. Once you confirm, the selected expense will be deleted. Now, let's see how to create a new expense. Click on the Create Expense button, and a form will open. First, select the division, subdivision, and task from the respective drop-downs. Then, enter the expense type, which defines the category of the expense. Next, enter the amount spent for the expense, and select the date on which the expense was incurred. After that, enter the name of the company or vendor to whom the payment was made. Finally, add a description if required, and attach any supporting documents. Once all the details are entered, review the information carefully, and click on Create Expense. The expense will be successfully created. In the Expenses tab, you also have filtering options. You can search for specific expenses, filter expenses within a selected date range, and filter by expense type. If needed, you can reset all applied filters by clicking on a Reset button. This is how the Expense Management module works in SuperConstruct. In the Expenses tab, you also have options to import and export data. Import is useful when you want to bulk upload expenses, either by creating them manually in a template or by using existing project expense data. To import, click on the Import button, then download the template file. Open the downloaded template and enter all the required expense details. After entering the data, review the sheet carefully. Once verified, go back to the application, click on Choose File, and upload the updated file. After selecting the file, click on Import, and all the data from the sheet will be reflected in the expenses list. This is how the import process works. Now, let's see how export works. Export allows you to download expense data from the system. When you click on Export, you will see multiple options such as Export All to CSV, which downloads all available expense records, Export Selected to CSV, which downloads only the selected expenses, and Export as PDF. To export selected records, simply select the required expenses using the checkboxes in the Expenses tab, and then choose Export Selected to CSV.